Greetings, one and all. I am your lovely host, Innocent, and welcome to today's video. If you're anything like me, you're super excited about Overwatch's new hero, Moira. Or you just are really curious about her and don't trust the big channels on YouTube that do Overwatch content. I can respect that. Hello, welcome to the cult. Yesterday, Moira was released in the PTR for the public to get their first hands-on experience with our new healer. Personally, I can smell a nerf for her on the horizon, but that's not what we're here to talk about. Oh, no. Today, I give you everything you need to know about Moira. Moira is Overwatch's 26th hero to be released, and the second new healer since launch. She's what could be described as a hybrid. A hero that can do both healing and damage equally. That detail only ties in when we talk about her abilities, so let's touch on that, shall we?
Science will reveal the truth.
To start off her abilities, we'll begin with the one you'll be using the most, Biotic Grasp. Biotic Grasp is your left and right click. I have no idea what it would be for console, so, you guys are on your own. Anyway, back to PC. Your right click heals your allies, but drains a pool of healing juice, so that you only have a limited amount of healing that you can do at one time. Your left click is a lifesteal, of sorts. You use it as your main source of damage to enemy heroes. But not only does it heal you, it fills your healing pool of juices back up so that you can go out and heal your allies once again. Next up, your E, Biotic Orb. Biotic Orb is, as its name says, an orb that will bounce off of solid objects in the world around you. When casting, you will have to choose if it will either heal or do damage. It has the same exact result as your Biotic Grasp, but it's in a bouncy projectile. It can go through shields, Reinhardt's, Symmetra's, Orissa's, etc., but D.Va's defense matrix can eat it, so be careful. The orb lasts 10 seconds, or until it does a set amount of damage or healing. I believe that's about 200 points of health for both, but I'm not 100% sure on that number, so don't quote me on it. Your left shift is your fade. It is your escape, or your engage if you're one of those really aggressive supports. Anyway, this ability is akin to Reaper's Wraith form in Sombra's stealth. You become invisible, move quicker for a short amount of time, and are unable to use any other abilities while doing so. The only thing different from those two abilities is with Fade, you become invincible as well, much like Tracer's Blink. Alright, now what you've all been waiting for. Moira's ultimate, Coalescence. Coalescence is a beam of both healing and damaging energy that Moira shoots out from herself. As of right now, the range on it is pretty large, but it's nice. I like it. This ultimate can heal the allies that are in its path, but at the same time, deal damage to any enemies that are also in its path. You can move while casting this ult, and you can just really get in people's faces with it. I mean, it's really scary being on the receiving end of it when you're really aggressive. With her abilities out of the way, and what most people wanted to know about her, I'm going to move on to what I enjoy most, her lore. With her release at BlizzCon 2017, the Overwatch team dumped some pretty tasty lore bits onto us with a few videos. If you somehow haven't seen them yet, do take this time and go watch them. I've linked them in the description below. Oh, no, I'll wait. I've got all the time in the world. Watch them? Great. If you haven't, well, I'm disappointed in you. Anyway, let's get right into the juicy bits. Moira was once an Overwatch scientist, turned Blackwatch, turned Talon. The work that she was doing was controversial, playing with life and death, much like Johann Conrad Dippel, whom was theorized to have robbed graves to experiment on the dead with electricity, to see if one could reanimate the dead. It was uncouth, but a good insight to how electricity works on the human body. When applying volts of electricity to a body, dead or alive, the muscles will convulse and spasm, in turn making the body, if dead, look as if it has come to life for a few moments. Such a thing was the inspiration to Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Ta-da! Anyway, to come full circle here, Moira was experimenting with human life and how evolution has helped or hindered the species, but in the process to make it better for everyone. While in Overwatch, she did not go so far as to experiment on humans, dead or alive, but she did experiment on animals. Shame, shame. Only when she had what she wanted out of those experiments did she turn to experimenting on herself. In the origin story video, it is shown that she is experimenting on her right arm, which could be the cause of her decayed-looking hand as we see it in-game. Anyway, Overwatch being what it was, saw her experiments and asked her to just leave. They were too much and far too uncouth for the company. Though, not too uncouth for Blackwatch. So, she was taken in there with Gabriel, Genji, and McCree. In Blackwatch, she was allowed to continue her research between morality and death. In many instances, it was hinted at that Mercy was the person who made Gabriel into Reaper, but perhaps Moira had a hand in it as well. This part is just my speculation, but what if Moira sabotaged what Mercy was doing with the experiments that she was conducting? Mercy could have been working on that nanomutation thing that Jack was also affected by, but because Moira was experimenting with Gabriel, something went wrong. Gabriel might have not put two and two together and has just been blaming Mercy this whole time for it. But again, that's just my own speculations. Moving on. Of course, in the story of Overwatch, Overwatch and Blackwatch were disbanded, leaving Moira without a backing. Though, frankly, she did not have to wait for long without it, as Talon swooped in and picked her up as one of their new agents. Talon was all for that research that Moira was doing, and helped her grow to be who she is today. The only other bits of information about her lore that we have currently is that she is the Minister of Genetics in Oasis. The founders of Oasis, seeing her advancements in the scientific field of genetics and their own desire to see scientific advancement at any cost, invited her down and gave her that title. Pretty snazzy, if I do say so myself. To wrap things up, Moira's been through a lot. She's pretty powerful, but I doubt she could be a standalone healer in most team comps. Of course, anyone can take her as a standalone healer and do great with her, but that's simply my take on how she plays in a full team with no other Moiras. To each their own. Hey! If you made it this far in the video, I just wanted to give you an extra special thank you. I really didn't think anyone would make it this far in the video. So kudos to you! Did you like the video? Make sure to leave me a like and let me know. On the off chance that you really enjoyed this video and want me to make similar ones to this with other heroes from Overwatch, do let me know in the comments below. Well, that wraps things up with this video. I do hope you enjoyed it. Sincerely. Once again, I have been your lovely host, Innocent. And remember, stay innocent until proven otherwise. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Bye-bye.
What an interesting hypothesis. Are you finished? Brilliant. Grand. I'm working. Idle hands are the devil's workshop. One hand gives, the other takes away. Stupidity is not a right. The state of you. What are you on about? You're a chancer.